Hello, my name is Robert and today I'm going to share with you a video about introduction to Photoshop. This video is going to cover four things. It is going to cover the interface mainly, the tools, the panels. We are going to introduce the application menus, then the options bar, and how to work with opening an image and closing the image. And I will show you how to preview the different panels and how to play around with them. So I'm working with Adobe Photoshop CC 2019, as you can see, and before opening any image, this is how your interface will look like. And if you want to work with an image and you want to open an image in your Photoshop, you go to File, then you click on Open like that, and you have to look where image is, and you click on that image and you press Open like that. After pressing open your image, you come to what you call the workspace. The workspace is this area here where I have my cursor, where you see the image is the workspace. And this is how your image will be like when you've opened it. If you want to close it, you just click on this X button that is on the what you call the timeline, or where your tabs for the images will be. If you want to open more than one images, you still come and click on open. You can select more than one like that. Then when you open, they'll be aligned along this timeline. You see that you have the different images along this. The different images will be along that. I call it a timeline, but you can call them tabs, whichever way you want. So that is how easily you can open the images and how you can see the different images. This will show you the image name, maybe the color mode, and the more information about the image. And if you want to close any of the images, you just come here, you click on the X like that, and the image will be closed. If you've made any adjustments in the image, they will ask you to save, and you need to save. But if you haven't done anything to the image, it will just close automatically. And if you want to close, maybe if I've done any adjustments, probably I've brushed, and when you close, they'll ask you to save, and if before closing, you need to save. So for me, I don't want to do anything with this. It's just for study purposes. So this is your workspace, and that is how you open and close the image. The other thing that you're going to look at when you come here, above here, we have what you call the application menus. On the application menus, you have the file, the edit, the image, the layer, the type, the select, the filter, 3D, view and window, maybe with help, then the help option. And before doing anything, when you go to the window here, you see what you call the workspace, and you have different types of workspace depending on what you're going to use Photoshop for. If you leave it at essential, they'll give you different, maybe all the tools and the panels that exist in Photoshop. And if you want to work with a particular one, maybe you're doing graphic designing, you select the graphic and web. They'll give you options that will help you, the panels and the tools that will easily help you to work with the graphics. But if you're going to work with photography, this is what we select. We select the photography option, and we shall have a interface just like that, and we shall have the tools that we need for that active, and the panels as well. And when you come to the left side of your program, you find what you call the toolbar. You can dock it and undock it by just simply clicking here and dragging it. If it doesn't look good in your Photoshop at that side, you can put it to another position. You can leave it hanging. I think it looks better from that side. So if you find that you have a small resolution of the computer, or you have a small display, you can just click on this to make all your tools visible. Like mine, you can see all of them. So that is the toolbar. Then you have on this side, you have what you call the panels. You have the layer panels, the adjustment. Then you have the channels, the paths, the libraries. Then you find that you have the history and the actions. Then you have the properties and the info. Then we shall have different panels on this, but with photography we'll work more with a few of them. So if you want to check and uncheck any of those, you just come here to window, and you see that if you want to activate your actions, you just click on actions and they'll be activated. If you want to activate adjustments, you just click on that and your adjustments will be activated. As simple as that. Yeah, and when you come to the layers panel, there is what you call a layer. And if I decide to put an adjustments to that, I will have more than one layers in my panel. In order to work with those layers, you will see we have options of along this. We have the delete, the create new layer, the grouping, then the masks. So we shall be looking at all those in the near future, when we shall be detailing the interface. And when you come to the left, I said you have the tools, and each tool you click on top here there is what you call the options bar. It will give you details of that tool and the settings that you need to work with that to adjust when you're working with that tool. Yeah, basically that is it for the toolbar along with the options bar. So when you come to file, I told you about the opening and the closing. You just click on file and open and save, and open and close. Basically that is it when you're working with the Photoshop interface. Thank you for watching. I think we shall meet in the next session.